Hey guys, let's take a quick look at how the pen tool works. I want to demystify it a little bit, especially for those of you that are struggling with what it does and how it works. So let me share my screen and we'll talk about it. All right, so the pen tool has some complexity to it that can, um, get in people's way, make it a little hard to use. So I want to show you what I'm talking about. Basically, you've got the pen tool and it works in combination with other tools like the selection tool and the direct selection tool. There are also other pieces to the pen tool, which you can find by pressing and holding on the pen tool itself. And you'll see the pop-out menu that has the pen tool, uh, add anchor tool, delete anchor, and then anchor point tool. And I'll show you what those do in a second. So let's try something. If I just have that pen tool and I click, I draw straight lines, right? Then if I click and hold, I drag a little bit and I make a curve. Okay? What trips people up is how do you go back and forth between a straight line and a curve? And also, how do you let go of the line you've been drawing? So let's start with how do I let go? If I'm drawing along here and I want to let go, what I can do is press escape and that lets go, and I can start a new line somewhere else. Or I can temporarily change tools and switch and select something else. So for example, if I temporarily press the command key or control on a PC, I temporarily get the selection tool, which I can then tap the background and it lets go. When I let go of that key, I go back to the pen tool and I can keep drawing. Right? So you got escape or command, click the background, let go, and continue drawing. All right. Now let's talk about the second one, which was, okay, I'm drawing a curve, but I need to go to a straight line. Let me zoom in here a little bit. By default, you get this rubber band effect where the pen tool um, predicts where you're going to go as you move your cursor. And so you can see that once you already started a curve, it assumes you're going to continue that curve. So for you to change that, you can do this in a couple ways. One is to go back and tap that last anchor point again. But you have to move your cursor and very carefully tap that point. And you see how it's very subtle, but the anchor point pops up a little bit that lets you know you're going to interact with it. So if I tap that one more time, it breaks the curve and allows me to go back to a straight line. Okay, well, now I've got a straight line. What if I want to immediately start a curve? All right, well, this one requires a key from your keyboard. So while that back end is still connected, I press Option or Alt on my PC. I go back to that last anchor point, and with the mouse, I drag a handlebar in the direction I want the curve to go. I let go of Option, and now my pen tool continues with a curve. So again, to break the curve, I go tap the last anchor point. If I want to create a curve, I hold Option or Alt and drag in a new direction to start that curve. So a lot of the things you do with the pen tool are done with that combination of keys, the command key or the control key, the option or the alt key on your keyboard, and also the shift key. The shift key also makes straight lines and allows you to move things in a perfect direction. By the way, as I'm drawing here, I'll go toward the edge. You may wonder, why is that white area showing up? This trips people up too, especially beginners. By default, Illustrator probably put white in your fill box and black in your outline stroke box. That white is just assuming that your shape or what you're drawing is becoming a shape. And so by default, it gives you a white color. If you don't want white, what you do is you have to select none. So you can click over on the fill box itself. You'll see there's at the bottom of the toolbar, there's a little red slash which says none. You click that. Or you can go over to the properties dialog box and same thing. There is a fill box that you can select and click none. And then again, back to the drawing board here. If you want to let go, escape, and you can draw something new. All right, so those are a few different keys that help you work with the pen tool, a couple little options for drawing, letting go, and restarting your lines. If you'd like to learn more, check out uh, my page. You can see more of my channel, more of the videos I have available. Or if you'd like to learn Illustrator basics, check the description because I have my Illustrator class, which you can sign up for. All right, see you around.